I've created the ultimate villager trading hall. 7 floors of pure capitalism. Over 250 villagers, each dedicated to different trades to help us make more money. Trust me when I say it's got just about everything we'll need from these guys ever. So, hiya folks, I'm DevGen, and I hope you enjoy this video because I love making them. Anyways, where we last left off, I was staring at the giant villager. Alrighty, and now that we've done this, I'm gonna make sure that we can actually use it for something. And I think that's gonna see us making a trading hall inside. Almost like that was the original plan or something. Now, trading halls are honestly simple in the end. Really just putting villagers in glorified cages so you can always trade with them. But it's the nuances that make me excited for this video. With the first being, what are we actually gonna trade? And this is an important question to ask. Profits are hard to come by if you don't seek them out, so we gotta find the items I actually want to trade with, and I got 5 in mind to start off. With the first, of course, being the humble stick. 32 to be exact. Thanks to Fletcher villagers, we can turn wood into money. And thanks to our simple wood farm that we made last time, we already got that one covered. The second is iron trades, which takes us down the path of needing an iron farm, which is something that we really should just have, as I'm tired of wasting copper on tools. Finally though, we got crops, paper, melons, and pumpkins. All of which come from, well, farms. Like actual in the dirt farms. So we're gonna have to make farms large enough for our purposes. And with all that being said, let's start with an iron farm. Mostly because we got a whole lot of guys in this breeder. So we're gonna go with the ENX04 iron farm design. The really simple one that you could probably just build on your first day. Mostly because, well, I'll build a larger one later. I love how insane he is on the horizon. And then with that, I think we should technically be done with this farm. Now we just sit here and wait to see if it works. But it never did. I tried fixing it, but nothing was working. I was confused, lost, a little disappointed. However, I eventually remembered I built the Nether portal we had right next to the farm over top a pit. And there's the guy. Okay, well, we figured that out. I guess I'll get to filling in this, I guess. Hey! There it is. There's the guy. Okay, sweet. We officially have an iron farm that is working. Okay, so iron is checked off. Now on to the crop farms. And honestly, what if we just convert this section over here? This is gonna get very similar to stuff I've already done before. But what if we just convert this section of water? This is where we will make the crop farms. Saves us a lot of time for placing all that water. Though we need to get dirt, a lot of it. Just because for these farms we're gonna need 3 lanes of 8 by 100 blocks for the melons and pumpkins, plus 3 9 by 100 block areas for things like wheat, carrots, and potatoes to level up the farmers to be able to trade melons, plus a lane of 4 by 100 sugarcane puts us at a grand total of needing 7,900 dirt for this project. That's almost half of what it took to make the mega villager. Luckily we got this hill on top of the mountain I'm looking to flatten. Then look upon our vast farm. And look at, so powerful. So much money is waiting to be made here, okay? Like, seriously, like these alone from farmers, so much money. These, leveling up the farmers. And those, simple sugarcane, even though it's definitely the smallest one we made. That's how we're gonna do all of the stuff that we need to do with our librarians. And probably cartographers as well, but that's besides the point. Either way, we are officially done with this. Totally could have just made a video about making this farm with how long that took on my end. Anyways, with that, all those trades we were talking about, covered. So now let's move on to the next big thing. Actually having a spot to bring these guys to. Let's just throw a floor down in here, get chambers for the guys up and running, and we need more deep slate. Oh, that's death 2 of the world. Oh, that was not intended. Oh, and now we got plenty of that stuff. Now we can make this all pretty. toss in a few more adjustments. All right, and after a lot of fiddling, we officially have our first chambers created. Now let's get some guys over here. Luckily, we still have our happy guest, who has a name now, which is officially Kipster. That's the name that was chosen for him, so we're gonna roll with it. Anyways, last episode we made a villager breeder, so it's as simple as getting these guys over to that guy. And now that we're up here, we're actually just gonna peel the top of this guy's dome open, send those guys in. And now that they are here, we get them into their chambers. And now let's get them jobs, thinking this floor will be farmers, and then repeat this process a handful more times. I'm just adding more boats at this point. I have a hat. And then I found a weird glitch. Wait, did it just tell me that I can't build at height limit while I was eating and getting out of the minecart and not at height limit? That's weird. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the village and pillar update. See what I did there? All right, this has been great so far, but transporting these guys is taking forever. So, we're going to make breeders like these inside the arms of those villagers. Mostly because I can't think of anything else to put in the arms, so we're gonna make sure that we have at least something. Yeah! Now, this time around, we're gonna go for a slightly more compact version of the breeder designed by /Pixel, and these bad boys will get us all the villagers we could ever want. A bit slower though, as only half of our space is dedicated to feeding these guys. So what do? Make do! Told you guys I always say that. Remember from episode 1? Make do, like I always say. Yeah, me either. Now we just steal the last few guys from here, and plop guys into both of these, and regrettably, both groups are broken. These guys over here are just planting wheat, which is actually gonna cause their inventories to fill up and break the breeder at some point, so we don't want that. And these guys over here are just really stubborn and don't want to let go of their jobs. So solution, replace them with the next generation like any good workforce. You know, I'm starting to hear it now. Anyways, that only took a few minutes, so after a brief AFK session, I came back to heaps of these guys and both breeders. And then I experimented with rails. Look, okay, you gotta break a few eggs before you can make an omelet. Eventually, just used boats to wrap up this floor, which also, yippee, first floor done! Now we just build floor 2, which will be for Fletchers. And at this point, I decided to find yet a better way of doing this. I'm tired of boats already, and we only just made it possible to do things this way. So may I introduce you to the other thing we've already been using. And ignore that clip from like 30 seconds ago because I completely forgot minecarts negate all fall damage if you literally just land on rails. So this changed some things as we were able to speed through the building process of the second floor. This also put our current villager count at 76, 38 for each floor by the way. And not wanting to waste this momentum, I jumped right into making the third floor. Same deal as the first two, and started filling it with cartographers. This floor is honestly the most boring one we got since it's really just for paper trades at the moment, but we're making sure that we can trade for maps for what I plan to do next time. You see, it's called planning ahead. It's this thing that smart people do, and well, I'm at least trying it out. But once that was done, we set out on making floor 4. Don't you just love doing the same thing over and 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 filled it with toolsmiths simply because they have a guaranteed iron trade. Also, we threw down a weaponsmith and armorsmith just so that we could have access to diamond gear, and they had an iron trade too, so actually we were completely fine. Also died twice in the nether while trying to grab glowstone, just because we are done with floor 4 and can move on to floor 5, baby. Man, we are just steamrolling through these. But roadblock. This floor is for clerics. You know where I haven't gone yet? A nether fortress. So who wants to go on an adventure? Kinda hope you said you because that's what I plan to do. Also, I really hope those deaths from earlier weren't foreshadowing of anything. There's a bastion. Take a screenshot of those boards just because they're easy to get back to.
Enchanté.
Great adventure, right? Definitely not boring. Would be a shame if I did something dumb. Yeah, so I just lost everything deep in the Nether. So unfortunately, it's just over. Or at least it would be if yours truly hadn't spent the whole video preparing for better gear. So let's just grab some of those crops, trade them up, grab all this iron, trade it up here, and now we're kinda rich. We're rich enough to grab all diamond weapons, armor, and tools from the villagers, and we're actually kinda better off than before we died at this point. Also got like 52 levels from just trading a bunch of iron, and then we're kitted out in golden carrots. You see, this is why this video is titled The Ultimate Villager Trading Hall, because I died like 10 minutes ago, and well, now I'm far from dead. Anyways, back over to the Nether, and this time I'm gonna go a different way since obviously we weren't having much luck before. And honestly, I'm just gonna save us some time for a second because it's just Soul Sand Valley traveling, and that's not the most interesting thing, but eventually we came across a Nether fortress, or at least got the advancement. Oh, wait, what? Where's the fortress at then? I just got a terrible, oh, okay, it's over here. Okay, well, we made it to a fortress. Let's just hop in here, and now I need a minimum of 38 blaze rods. Lucky for us, I was able to find the spawner really quick, so... And this is more than enough. Even grabbed extra for potions since we also found Nether wart in here. Now we can kinda tunnel back, and we got a way back out to the area near the fortress. Now let's get back to our regularly scheduled villagers. Man, that was the quickest floor yet. But it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Librarians. Floor 6 is going to be just librarians. And it's also going to be the first and only floor where I won't have a villager in every single spot. Simply because the librarians are only here for enchantments and they only have about 35 that we actually want. Therefore, we don't need one in every single spot. At least not right now. I'll leave plenty of room for a later date. You never know when Minecraft's just going to add another weapon. They did that twice before 1.21 rolled into the new numbering system. Anyways, that's a simple enough task to do. The only real catch for this floor is I actually have to reset the trades for each of these guys to like get a book I don't already have. Well, what can you do? Suck it up because it's stuff for the next time around. Also, let's just come through here and label what each of these guys got for us just to be safe. And with this guy put in, we are officially done with floor 6. So, we're gonna wrap this up by doing one more floor and have this floor be some of the miscellaneous jobs that honestly I don't think we should really dedicate an entire floor to. Do I really need a floor of just butchers? I didn't think so. Oh, and also I'm gonna put a bubble column in here just in case I ever want to send villagers up to another location at some point. Anyways, last floor, 38 more villagers. Let's go. And then with this glowstone right here, we have officially finished our villager trading hall. The ultimate villager trading hall, of course. We got like 7 floors of villagers ready to go. And honestly, I'm actually pretty okay with this. Now, let's be real, there is still plenty of space in this villager. And the way I see it is that this is just space that we can use for even more villager related things. Think auto crop farms or maybe a raid farm if it would fit. Point is, I made the villager way too big for this, okay? Like, this place already has 261 villagers in here, and we're not even up to its arms. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and tune in next time for when I hunt down literally every weapon in the game and make them the ultimate version that they can be. So, yeah, bye!